If you are also growing adenium plants in your garden, keep watching this video, because I am going to show you 8 most important points for adenium winter care. As winter is the off-season for the adenium plants, it is very important to follow up on these steps for the healthier growth of the adenium plant in winter. So let's start, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. The most important point in adenium winter care is to move it indoors, as adenium plant is a summer's flowering plant that likes a hot area. But in the winter days, the temperature drops and can cause many harmful problems in the adenium plant, like yellowing of leaves, a stunted growth, wilted leaves, etc. So that's why moving it to a closed or shaded area can protect it from the severe decrease in temperature. The ideal way is to put it at least in a bright area, away from an open area. Mostly in winter the sun hardly comes out, but if it does, then a full day of sun works as a super beneficial thing. But avoid letting it in frost in winter nights. Another important point in adenium plant winter care is to check its soil mix. In most cases, majorly the soil makes the adenium plant die. Check your soil mix. If it is draining well, then it's okay. But if the soil is holding water for a long time, then you have to water it very carefully. You should use a well-draining soil mix for adenium from the start, but now don't try to change the soil. Just keep your watering in the right way. A good soil mix is added in the description box, you can check that out. The next point is again related to watering, because the blockage of water in the soil is the major problem of adenium yellow leaves and many other problems as well. But a detailed video on fixing the yellow leaves of the adenium plant is added in the description box, you can check that out. In the winter season, adenium plant grow very slowly and don't require so much of water, therefore you have to water only when the soil feels dry. Remember, if your soil looks like this all the time, it can cause serious problems like a soft trunk of adenium, root rotting, etc. So the best practice is water as less as you can. The another point in adenium winter care is about fertilization. As we all know, winter season is the off-season of adenium, therefore it does not need much nutrition. You should only add a slow-release fertilizer once a month, just to keep the soil out of nutritional deficiency. Many people love to fertilize their plants, but here you have to be very careful. Adding fertilizers again and again can cause the burning of leaves. That's why you should use our homemade organic NPK fertilizer, which is very much ideal for such conditions. It's added in the description box, must check out that later. If we talk about the propagation of adenium plant in winter days, then it's a bad idea until you have a greenhouse. In winter season, adenium plant is in the dormancy state, therefore you should avoid propagation. The best time to propagate adenium is in the springs and summers. The another thing to avoid is the pruning of adenium shoots. Again, winter season is dormancy time, and pruning must be done in the growing season of a plant. So for that, wait for the springs and summers, then you can prune it. Repotting of adenium plant in the winter season should be avoided as well. The best time to repot adenium plant is in the starting summers, so wait until that. Disturbing adenium roots in any way during winter can cause serious problems like yellowing leaves and a soft trunk, therefore try to avoid that as well. Lastly, let's talk a little about the yellowing leaves of adenium, especially in winter. In the dormancy time, a severe decrease in temperature causes yellow leaves very commonly, and it is normal. In the severe temperature decrease, you should move your adenium plant indoor to avoid yellowing leaves. There are several other problems as well that causes yellowing adenium leaves. For that, you can check out this video, and must subscribe to our channel for more updates.